Somewhere up there is a remote survival cabin where I plan to spend the night. Well, there's plenty of parking spots. It's always a pleasure to come back here. Such a nice, peaceful little village. As you can probably tell, spring has already started in our mountains. The grass is getting greener, the temperatures are getting higher, and with that, short sleeves are finally back in the game. These are called primroses. They are the typical spring flower, and they can start blooming as early as February if it's warm enough. And that's definitely the case this year. Some more flowers, but I have no idea what these are called. The view is finally opening up a bit. As I already mentioned, I'm gonna be spending the night here on the ridge in a bivouac, and tomorrow I plan to cross this ridge all the way up to that mountain. Look at that. I've got absolutely no idea what this could be. If anyone knows, let me know. Oh wow, the lake is still frozen. Who would have thought at such warm temperatures the ice would still hold? I'm gonna continue up this couloir, and you can just barely see the bivouac up there. Oh, have to take in the view for a bit. I'm also gonna put on the gaiters because I'm almost on snow already. And the crampons, of course. Okay, let's continue. Oh man, look at that view. That's just stunning. Well, I could go around here, but this seems like a much more fun option. What a fun little ridge. And now up here. The south faces can be quite dangerous for avalanches throughout the day, especially now in the springtime when it's so warm. But now, as the sun went down, it's already starting to freeze up again, so it's safe. And it's also been a week of warm weather since the last snowfall, so the risks are very, very minimal. I just can't get over this view. Oh man. There it is, my home for the night. It's so peaceful. The only thing I can hear are some birds, but I have no idea where they are. There are also some old bunkers here, but I'm gonna explore that tomorrow when I have more daylight. Well, looks like I've got some digging to do. Oh, it opens on the inside. Well, maybe I don't have to shovel. I'm gonna turn on the light though. Also have to put off the crampons. We don't want to damage the floor. Quite cozy. Let's just hope there aren't any mice in here, because I'm not prepared to sleep outside tonight. Okay, let's get cozy. Just one last look outside. Look at these old school radios. There's also the clock that grandmas always have in their house. Of course, you can't have a bivouac without a first aid kit, but it does look a bit outdated. I'm probably gonna have to blur that, but as I was changing my socks, I accidentally pulled off one of my nails. There we go. Well, it's not the first time we had to pull off a nail, and probably not the last either. One thing I love about this light is you can just pop it on wherever you like. It's getting chilly. Some of you asked me to share the food I usually take with me in the mountains, so here it is. These are some of my favorite snacks, some fruits and vegetables. There's also a banana in there, and of course the most important thing, homemade sausages with some bread to go along with it. For 2-day tours I also usually bring a stove and some food to cook, but chose to go ultralight today. A friend of mine makes these homemade sausages and he gave me a ton of them for free, so thanks again. They're definitely one of the best out there. Of course, you can't have dinner without a dessert. The last one up here was more than a month ago. As I was brushing my teeth, started thinking about how strong this bivouac really is to survive all of that snow. And keep in mind, there's very little snow right now, so in a proper winter it's probably completely covered in snow. And I bet an avalanche comes down here every now and then, because it's quite steep. Okay, let's go back inside. Alright, I think it's time to hit the sack. Hope I won't regret bringing my summer sleeping bag instead of the winter one. But that's what you get if you want to be ultralight. Good night. Surprisingly, I wasn't cold, not even for a minute, so that's nice. The weather couldn't be any nicer, but it's supposed to get cloudy throughout the day, so let's enjoy this while it lasts. Some fruits to start the day. Frozen bananas aren't any good. Alright, time to pack my stuff. These bivouacs are not a vacation house, but if you do use one, make sure to clean up after yourself. I think I've done a pretty decent job. The golden rule is to always leave it in a better condition than it was when you got here. Okay, let's check out that bunker now. Let's try to find the entrance. Well, maybe not. It's completely buried and I really don't feel like digging out all of that snow, so maybe another day. It's even got chimneys. I don't know much about history, but I do know these were built after the First World War and they represented the border between Italy and our former country, SHS. Here's another fire hole. Okay, let's continue with our plan. Up there. This ridge is actually the most southern ridge of the Julian Alps, and there's a ton of such bunkers scattered all over the place. Look at that avalanche, quite big. Whew. One down, two more to go. That's where I came from, and that's where I'm headed. Look at these giant cornices. They're extremely dangerous because they can fall off anytime, so should never get too close to the edge. Oh man, it's already getting hot. Should have started a bit earlier. You can see the snow is slushy already. I was counting on the weather forecast because it was supposed to be cloudy. If I knew it was gonna be this sunny, I would start a lot earlier. And that's no matter do it. Now I really need a break. Oh. A quick snack break with this gorgeous view. Only got half a bottle left, so have to save it. What a lovely day. Now I only got one more peak left, and it's this one over here. Okay, I have to keep moving before the snow gets too soft. By the size of these cornices, I assume it's been quite windy. Looks like an avalanche started here on this slab and it went all the way down there. Now the final summit push. A lot of you have been asking me to do a gear review. I'm happy to announce I am currently working on that, so it's probably coming sometime this week or the next one. Oh, why do I torture myself with these shots? The third and final one. I've been up here so many times already, but never in the winter. Here's a nice view of the Alpine lake. Some carrots for lunch. The clouds are slowly rising from the valley, so it's time to head back. Oh, fucking hell. Now that's another thing you have to look for in the springtime. Giant holes. You can quite easily break a leg like that and you won't even see it coming. Make sure to always keep your knees slightly bent. Maybe I could go down here on the west side. Yep, that could work. But I'm gonna put on my gloves just in case I slide. If you fall and have to self-rest, you can cut your hands pretty badly without gloves. No more snow. You might be wondering if I enjoy doing ice baths, and to be honest, absolutely not. It's the worst. But as they say, suffer now and enjoy the benefits later. Today, of course, is no exception.